Welcome at the Fireside with Jade. You belong here if you look forward to igniting change and creating a more inclusive world. You belong here if you want to learn more and take part in positively impacting the story of the Rwandan woman. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast and follow us on our social platforms to stay updated. Welcome to the first chat at the Fireside. I'm your host, Jade Natasha Iriza, and I'm thrilled to embark on this journey with you. In today's episode, we'll dive into the core of what this podcast is all about, its relevance, and the desirable impact of the solutions we aim to provide. So, let's get started. Now, you might be wondering, what do we mean and why focus specifically on the story of the Rwandan woman? Well, Rwanda has made remarkable progress in promoting gender equality and women's empowerment over the years. There are things that the rest of the world can surely learn from us and the stories of Rwandan women. However, there are still challenges and barriers that hinder the full realization of women's rights and their equal participation in all spheres of life. One way to do that is to shine a light on the impact of public policies on women's rights and development in Rwanda. By examining and understanding these policies, we can identify gaps, deficiencies, and areas for improvement. This podcast is a platform to navigate through the complex landscape of policies and advocate for gender-inclusive approaches that enhances the lives of Rwandan women. So why a podcast? Podcasts have become a popular and accessible medium for sharing stories and ideas and engaging in critical conversations. Through this audio format, we will bring together experts, different stakeholders, and individuals with diverse perspectives to provide valuable insights and analysis. This podcast will allow us to delve into depth and explore the complexities of women's rights and development at the Fireside. We believe that podcasts have the unique ability to reach a wider audience, from policymakers and activists to researchers and general public. By creating an inclusive and informative space, we hope to inspire action and challenge societal norms and foster positive change toward gender equality in Rwanda and, by occasion, the whole continent. You may be asking yourself, why is it crucial to challenge gender inequalities and advocate for gender-inclusive policies, especially in a country that seems well-to-do in the specific area? The answer is simple. Because it is the right thing to do and there is always something to be improved. Gender equality is not only fundamental human right, but it is also essential for building inclusive and peaceful and prosperous societies. By amplifying women's voices, advocating for their rights, and addressing the barriers they face, we can create a Rwanda that provides equal opportunity, access to resources, and freedom from gender-based violence. This podcast is a platform for dialogue, analysis, and policy recommendation that push boundaries and contribute to a more just and equitable society. Thank you for joining us on this journey. In the upcoming episodes, we'll have insightful discussions with experts, policymakers, activists, and women whose stories need to be heard. We invite you to join us in exploring the stories and experiences of Rwandan women, where, through our conversations, we hope to challenge and dismantle gender inequalities and advocate for gender-inclusive policies, as well as celebrating the achievements of Rwandan women. We encourage you to actively engage with us by sharing your thoughts, questions, and suggestions. Together, I believe we can create a vibrant community dedicated to advancing gender equality and women's empowerment in Rwanda as well as the entire continent. Lastly, we would like to express our gratitude to our listeners, supporters, and the incredible guests who will be joining us on this podcast. Without your participation, this platform will and will not be possible. So, stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll dive deeper into the specific policies and their impact on women's rights and development in Rwanda. We look forward to embarking on this transformative journey with you. Thank you for tuning in at the Fireside with Jade. You belong here if you look forward to igniting change and creating a more inclusive world. You belong here if you want to learn more and take part in positively impacting the story of the Rwandan woman. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast and follow us on all our social platforms to stay updated. Until next time, take care.